Hey everyone. Uh, I'm going to cover the Philippines today and the differences between us and the Philippines. I chose it because my best friend moved here from the Philippines in 1985 to Southern California, where I was living at the time, and we've been best friends ever since. He's taught me a lot. I've taught him a lot. Probably some of the things I taught him were not as good for him to know, but I taught him to him anyway. I'd like to cover the cultural differences using Hofstede's cultural dimensions and a few other tools. I'd like to start by saying that in the Philippines, people respect authority. Parents, teachers, bosses, things of that nature. On the power distance scale, they scored a 94, meaning that they use a hierarchy. Whereas in the U.S., we score a 40 because we respect people. Doesn't matter, we treat everybody equal, even bosses. So, um, as for individualism and collectivism, Americans are super individualistic. We focus on me, whereas the Philippines, they focus on we, family, and that includes extended family or close friends, and means everything. We scored a 91, and they scored a 32. Um, when it comes to masculinity, both the countries are about the same. Same thing with uncertainty avoidance. We're about the same. Masculinity, the Philippines scored a 64 and we scored a 62. For uncertainty avoidance, uh, they're comfortable with change. Now, when it comes to communication, the Philippines are high context, meaning people often hint or use body language instead of saying things directly. How However, Americans are low context. We say exactly what we mean, and we don't hold anything back. Um, the one thing that I found out that was kind of a culture shock, if you go there, is people don't always say no directly. Um, they typically give you a gesture, and things don't always start on time there. They call it the Filipino time. Um, Also, personal space is smaller there, and you're expected to show big respect to elders. Sometimes with a gesture called mano. It's where you touch their hand to your forehead. It's a sign of respect. Um, but if you're going to go there to avoid anxiety, be observant, ask respectful questions, and try to go with the flow. Um, the Filipinos do have a cool tradition. Their Christmas starts in September and it lasts until January. They throw big fiestas in each town, and they have a tradition called Bayahanahan, Bayanahan, where the whole community helps each other. Sometimes even lifting and moving an entire house. So um, they also have nonverbal cues, lip pointing, where they point, and instead of using fingers, or raising eyebrows to say hello or yes. So what I've learned is in this journey is if you want to connect with the people in other cultures, you need to respect their values, be patient, and pay attention to more than just words. That's how we grow and how we become more culturally aware and when we travel. Thanks for listening, and I hope you guys have a good one.